that's just like a road game. So they didn't get the bowl experience. And then obviously this year's group. So it's been really fun to see these guys all just enjoy this trip. It's been an amazing experience. I've been to a lot of bowl games. This is my 30th bowl game, but this is one of the most amazing experiences that I've been a part of. It's Christmas in New York. And when you have so many young people that have never been to New York, we have a lot of staff that have never been to New York. To experience it this way, it's been unique. The access that we've had. I mean, even just like getting to go do the New York Stock Exchange this morning. I mean, who gets to do that? I mean, it was just amazing. And then who gets to go on the field and play at Yankee Stadium? I mean, it's just been an awesome experience. And the players have had a ball. There's so much to do, and just seeing them just take it all in. It's been a lot of fun. I don't know that they had a very clear vision of what it was going to be like, but it's been a great experience. And those seniors have led all the way. This has been a team with great leadership, all year. I mean, great leadership, spring, summer, fall camp. Was one of the best fall camps I've ever been a part of. There's so many things. Obviously, we didn't get the momentum and the start in our season that we wanted. But at the end of the day, how do you respond to things? And this group of seniors never flinched. They've led all the way. And so it's been fun to see them, just have some fun. And hey, they've been able to finish the season with a 4-game win streak. And from where we were at the time at 3-5, what a great turnaround for this group. And I mean, this is the greatest turnaround team in Clemson history. It is, and it doesn't happen without great senior leadership and guys, staying the course. And so I'm really thankful that we got one more opportunity to be together.
Thank you, Coach. Again, a reminder, use the raise hand function at the bottom of your screen if you'd like to ask a question. We'll take the next one from Chapel Fowler from the State.
Hey, good morning, Dabo. Just with the snow forecast, what preparations are you guys making? And it seems like you're welcoming the opportunity of maybe playing with a little bit of that. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, why not? It would be an amazing experience. So that's something I've never done. A lot of things I've never done. I'm getting a chance to experience this week, like going into the 9/11, museum. I hadn't had a chance to do that. The New York Stock Exchange, just experiencing New York at Christmas this way. I've never done that. Yankee Stadium, and then obviously now I get a chance to maybe have a football game in the snow. I've never done that, so be a really cool experience for our guys. And hey, they're ready to play. They've embraced everything that's come at us, whether it's next man up mentality with a lot of the guys injured that are out, to the elements. It's all part of it, and we're excited about it all.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Trevor Groves from CUTigers.com.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Coach Smith's done a great job, first of all, in keeping those guys together. They had a great finish. They've won 3 in a row. They've got momentum. That's contagious. But the biggest thing is they can run the football. I mean, they're big, strong, physical. They've got the all-time leading rusher in the history of Penn State. And if you follow Penn State football, that says a lot. There've been a lot of people play there, like Franco Harris and Saquon Barkley, and I mean they've had a bunch of great ones roll through there. So he's a big, strong back. They're big up front. Again, the quarterback I think is a guy that has gotten better and better and better, and you see his confidence growing. Defensively, they're stout. One of the best rush ends that we've seen in 33. I think he's a very, very good player. They're multiple in what they do from a pressure standpoint, And for us, they're a team actually similar to us. You have to be very disciplined post snap, because there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of disguise in what they do. So again, this is a very talented football team. Indiana is sitting there in the playoff right now, and this was a team that they're one of the and Indiana's obviously one of the best teams in the country, and this is a team that came down to the last play of the game. So they've had some tough breaks throughout the year. They lost some close games, and I think that affected them. And then obviously they have a coaching change and all the stuff that they've had to deal with. But this is a talented football team, and it's a physical football team. And we're got to be ready to play, with the right mindset to have a chance to win this game.
We'll take the next one from Tyler Carmona from Sports Illustrated.
Coach, between Tristan, Ryan, and Blake, that's over 100 career starts. I was just wondering what this unit has meant to this team over the past few years.
Yeah, I'm so proud of those guys. I mean, Tristan and Blake, both elected captains, and have played 1 million snaps. I mean, I think Blake needs 43 snaps to be the all-time snap leader in the history of Clemson football. I mean, the guy he's just been amazing, player. He started every game he's ever played in since the day he got here. Tristan, a little different journey, red-shirted, kind of came in a little behind, worked his way, and all of a sudden, man, redshirt sophomore year, he becomes a starter for us. So he's a 3-year starter. Ryan Linthicum, he's one of those guys that just reminds you that the game is about development. Not everybody's ready to play as a freshman. And it was really his redshirt junior year before he became a starter for us, and has played some really good football for us these past 2 years, has played a ton of snaps, has been incredibly consistent. He's one of the smartest football IQ guys we've had in that offensive line. So I'm really proud of all those guys. They're a close group. I hate Walker Parks isn't able to play to finish it up, but it's been a great group of seniors that have left their mark here at Clemson.
The next one goes to David Hood at CUTigers.com.
Coach, you'd probably rather not have 25, 26, 27 guys out, but it's an opportunity for younger players. Could we see a lot of these younger receivers, offensive linemen, defensive linemen, secondary guys, get a chance? And how big has it been for you to not only see them in practice, but now to get some game film on these guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think we are at a total of 21 injured guys, that can't participate due to surgery or some type of injury or whatever. And so and then we had a few guys that have opted out, and a few guys that are transferring. So certainly creates a ton of opportunity for some of these guys who haven't played as much, and it's been great. One of the great positives about being able to play in the postseason is you get all this extra time to practice, and you can go at a pace that's different than the season. Obviously, you got to get ready to play a game. You got to focus on the opponent. The guys that are going to be playing. You got that. You got to get enough competitive work. But then there's also more time where you can really, kind of separate guys, call it the JV, if you will, to where you could spend more time with them. You can have some extra scrimmage work with that group that haven't played as much live football, throughout the season. So it's huge. That development aspect of the postseason is huge. This is how you develop, man. Guys getting to play ball, guys getting extra work. And it creates confidence for a lot of those guys because it kind of gets a lot of those people out of the way. And now you can really spend time with them in a one-on-one setting at a different pace. So all of that's been great. And then for this game in particular, for all these guys, absolutely, you're going to see a ton of guys get the chance to play that haven't played a whole lot at every position because we have guys out. We have 4 starting offensive linemen that can't play due to injury, and Walker Parks and Braden Jacobs and Elijah Thurman, Colin Sadler. These are guys that have started games for us. So yeah, you're going to see guys that haven't had as much opportunity. Same thing at receiver. Antonio's out, Wesco's been out, so you see more opportunity. Tyler Brown obviously is a guy that y'all ask me about every week, and so now it's his opportunity to kind of get back in the saddle, if you will, and then some of the other young guys behind him, like Juju and Clark Sanderson and Chase Bird, some of those guys, Fulgham that you maybe haven't seen as much, but we've seen them on our practice field. You'll see those guys. Logan Brooking has gotten into the mix at tight end as a true freshman, and then obviously over on the defensive side, you'll see all those guys. Everybody we got left, you'll see them out there playing.
We'll take the next one from Larry Williams, CUTigers.com.
Good morning, Dabo. You mentioned y'all having a great fall camp and you weren't able to build momentum early in the season. Has the way things unfolded early in the season after the LSU loss caused you to rethink maybe when you guys play the SEC non-conference opponent as like opener versus second game or third game?
No, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you just play the schedule as it comes out and keep moving forward.
We'll go back to Tyler Carmona.
Going back to these opt-outs and some of the injuries that you're facing ahead of the bowl game. I was just wondering if there's anybody in particular that stood out with the extra reps in practice.
I mean, one guy in particular is Juju, who we've talked a lot about. I mean, he's a guy that has really taken advantage of it. We've been able to move him around. It's been fun to be able to experiment with him a little bit of his skill set, and can he play inside? Can he play outside? Can he play in the boundary? That's been really good. And I think his development has shot through the roof. He's one of those guys, a guy like Darian Mayo, a defensive end who we see a lot of promise in. Now all of a sudden, hey, he's second team reps the whole way. He's getting a ton of work. And so it's created a lot more opportunity for him. A guy like Caden Story, who hasn't played a ton, but is a guy that, we have always seen the flashes and the potential. He just hadn't really put it all together. Now he's getting a huge opportunity. He's a guy that you hope will step up. And then I think we got some guys at linebacker with Wade, having surgery and getting hurt there. Create some opportunity for a couple of those guys to have a bigger role. Brandon Strozier is a guy that has grown immensely throughout the year with AV out. It's been good to see him. I think he's been one of those guys that has stood out to me throughout the bowl prep. But we got several guys. I mean, it's been good preparation, and now it's time to play the game. And again, you got elements, you got a lot of things you got to deal with. But at the end of the day, it just comes down to doing the fundamental things in football and doing them well, and that's what we'll focus on.
We'll go back to Chapel Fowler at the State.
Dabo, with Tristan Smith's eligibility situation, are you guys kind of operating like this is going to be his last game? And how far are you guys open or willing to take that, I guess, into the off season to see if that can happen for next year?
Oh yeah, we'll go as far as, we got to go. I mean, obviously at some point he'll have to, something will have to break there because he's got a chance to go play at the next level. I know he'd like to come back, but we'll just have to see how it all plays out. And go from there.
We do have a little more time. Right now, there are no questions in queue. Throwing it out there again, please use the raise hand function at the bottom of your screen. We'll go back to Chapel Fowler.
Dabo, Cole Turner was in a yellow jersey last week at practice. What's his status for the bowl game?
Yeah, he's going to be out. He's going to probably have to have a surgery probably here next week, to a lower body injury. So he'll be out.
And Stefan Green, will he be available?
We hope so.
Thank you, Coach. The floor is still open. If there are any more questions. We are going once, going up. Chapel Fowler, old reliable. Go ahead.
Appreciate it. Yeah, might as well. Dabo, just this off season, how critical do you think this one is as you look over your entire Clemson tenure? Where does this one rank in terms of the expectations this year? What happened and what needs to happen to get things going back in that right direction?
Start over, man. It's no different to me. I mean, it really isn't. Just obviously, again, we didn't have the season that we wanted, but we're closer than you think when you look at it and really know what you're looking at. And you know, you're a few plays away. Nobody wants to hear that, but that's where we are. And, you know, we've had some great seasons that were great where we made those few plays. And we've got to make that. We got to, you know, find a way to get that done. But every off season is huge because you don't get to carry anything over. You don't carry any of the great stuff over. You don't get to carry the bad stuff over. You don't have to. You start over. And so every off season is a new team. There's always new people. Recruiting is critical, as it always is. You know, obviously we've had some transition on our staff and some of our auxiliary staff, you know, kind of settling in with some new people. That's all a part of it. And then you reset, man. It's your off season. It's you know, just going back through your whole process of everything you do. So it doesn't. If you have a great year, it doesn't make it less important. And if you have a year that's not as good as you intended, it doesn't make it more. They're always important. It's always critical to get off to a good start, to recruit your tail off, to, you know, reset the core values and the standards that you know have in place in your program. That never changes. And you know, so for us, it's the same old, man. We start over and again, reset our whole team, reinstall the culture, reinstall the offense, the defense, everything that we do, strength conditioning, nutrition, you name it. And again, it's because you're going to have a ton of new people. Got 15 mid-years moving in on the 4th, and then we'll have some other guys that'll be joining us as well. So a lot of new faces, and we'll have some guys that'll join us in the summer. And so get back to work.
Next one goes to Jack Rachinsky from Com Radio.
Hey, Coach, thanks for the time. You're on Clemson's side. The opt-outs, the inactives have been kind of set in stone for quite a while, but for Penn State, it's been kind of a cascading effect, especially on the defensive side with players opting out kind of over time over the last week. Have you had to adjust your game plan or how you practice based off who has kind of opted out in the middle of your preparation?
As far as who's opted out on our side or their side?
On Penn State side.
No, not really. I mean, you just prepare for what they do. I mean, they are. I mean, you are who you are at this point. I don't think they're going to show up and, you know, run a different offense or a different defense. I think you got to really focus on what everybody knows, and then, you know, try to get the best group of people that you have to go execute and do what they can do well. Not really any change in our preparation. Again, is again, regardless of who the personnel is, they're still going to, you know, run their defense. They're still going to run their offense, and they're still going to be a physical football team.
Any other questions? We'll go to Noah Chast with WOLO.
Hey, Dabo, just quick question. Being in New York City in the wintertime, has it made you appreciate the North and the cold, or does it make you miss the South and the warm weather even more?
Oh man, I've embraced it. I certainly, you know, I love the weather in the South. That's for sure. That's what I grew up with, and I love the elements down south. But this has been awesome. I've just embraced it all. I mean, Christmas in New York is special. I mean, I would be willing to say that there's probably somebody from every part of the world within 3 or 5 miles from where we are right now. You know, people come from everywhere to New York at any time, but it's certainly around Christmas time and New Year's, et cetera. So it's been amazing. I've enjoyed it, but I definitely prefer the warm weather.
Thank you, Coach. Again, we can take another question if there is one.
Come on, Chapel. You got one more. Come on.
There we go.
Let's do it. Dabo, what was the story behind that beanie you were wearing with the laughing face emoji on it this week?
You know, the craziest thing about that, I bought that beanie. I actually bought it in New York for like $5 at a street vendor back in 2000. Oh, it was probably 16-ish, something like that. You know, or maybe it was 16 to 19. I was up here for the College Football Hall of Fame. They used to do it here every year at the Waldorf before they moved it to Vegas, you know, post-COVID. But yeah, I was freezing one night, and I was like, man, I needed a toboggan, so I bought one, and I've had it ever since. That's my go-to. I wear it all the time, so I've had it for a long time.
And I know that I think Dietrich Pennington, is it correct that he has a 6-year remaining to use, and do you expect him to use that with you guys?
Yes and yes.
Anybody else? We'll go back to David Hood.
Yeah, and with it being that season, I guess I have to ask, you know, considering Dietrich Pennington has a 6-year, are there any position changes for any guys that you expect? You know, where you might move a guy from offense to defense or vice versa?
For next year?
Yeah.
Not that I can think of. I mean, we got some guys we might cross train. We've had to do that for this game, you know, because we're really thin in some spots. So we've had to cross train a few guys just to got to have a plan A, plan B, plan C, got to have a bunch of plans. As far as just a total move for somebody, I don't see that right now.
Do we have any others? I see a couple of attendees. There we go. We'll go to Trevor Groves. Trevor, are you there? Yep.
You kind of muffled there, but I think he was something about just the beating Penn State. I mean, yeah, I mean, that would be huge. I mean, they're Penn State, they're one of the most iconic programs in all of college football. I think there's 9 programs all time that have won 900 plus games. You know, they're one of them. So this is a tremendous football program. And, you know, at this point, it really doesn't matter what happened in September or October. It's about what happened Saturday. It's about this game. And, you know, both teams want to win, and it's going to go in the record books, you know, for Penn State and Clemson, whatever the result is. But yeah, I mean, it's as you mentioned, I think played once, so it's not something that's happened a lot. And so looking forward to the matchup.
Coach, we have no more questions in queue. We really appreciate the time. We know you have a busy schedule. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming to the NYSE earlier today, and we will see you tomorrow.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.